Welcome everybody to Mild's Culture Plate. I am your host, Mild Kevin Miles. It is Wednesday, January 25th, 2023. How's everyone out there doing? I'm doing pretty good. I've been seeing a physical therapist about my shoulder. I've got a little bit of a dead arm situation, a little nerve situation. Been going to doctors. They sent me to physical therapy and let me just start off the show with a little rant about physical therapy. Physical therapists, I got to give you a shout out. So let me go ahead and get the whiskey of the day. The whiskey of the day, back to the Four Roses Small Batch Select. Gonna try to work through this bottle a little more because I think this might become my daily drinker here. I'm really loving it. So big shout out to physical therapists out there. Y'all have an uncanny superpower, and I'm about to explain. Oh, good stuff. Man, so sweet. So the superpower the physical therapists have, right? They get you doing something that isn't even the body part you're having a problem with, right? So for me, it's my shoulder. And so they get you doing something like put your hands flat against the wall like this and move them in this motion. And you do it the first 5 or 6 times. You're like, what does this have to do? Like, this is my opposite hand. What does this have to do with my left shoulder? And so you do it 5 or 6 times, and this is running through your head like this. What does this have to do with anything? And then by number 15, you're like, oh my God, that very specific point on my shoulder is burning like it's been eaten with acid. So you have this uncanny ability to trick us into doing things that strengthen those specific body parts in very fucking specific ways. So big shout out to physical therapists and you know, I'm feeling a little better than I was back in November, December. So thank you to those who are helping me get better. So tonight started off with me hanging out in Nick Ricada's chat. He streamed a trial today. I kind of slept through some of it. But anyway, so after his trial, he was in the chat, and I kind of threw out that I didn't have a topic tonight. I was like, well, maybe Vice has put out another dumb video. And then I thought, oh, well, wait a minute. With all the copyright problems I had with this last one, maybe that wouldn't be a good idea anyway. Sure enough, Vice has put out another dumb video. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a breakdown of this video in yet another separate, premiere instead of a live stream, more of a VOD type situation or an upload type situation than a live stream. So about 8 hours ago, Vice uploaded a video that's a panel of people talking about AR-15s and mental health. So that'd be an interesting debate that would be an interesting debate to cover. So we may be doing that here in the near future. And, I hate to say go watch it yourself, but we'll try to get to that here on Mild's Culture Plate. As for my show, I don't have a specific, usually I'll throw a couple of headlines at you, but then I'll have one meaty topic that I'll want to talk about for 20 or more minutes and kind of fill the time. I don't really have that today. I have a whole fucking bunch of tiny topics. And so if you'll hang in there with me, we'll cover a bunch of different things. So first off, the headlines. If you've been following the last couple of weeks, Joe Biden has been found with several classified documents in several of his homes, including his home that his son has lived in, including his garage with his Corvette, including his Maryland home, I think it was. The FBI had to raid one of these places in order to get them. But I don't think the raid was in the same vein as the Mar-a-Lago situation. And then a few days ago, it came out that former Vice President, not former Vice President Joe Biden, former Vice President Mike Pence is also declaring that he has classified documents at his home. So, here we are in a situation where the hypocrisy and I've seen some tweets where people are like, well, the difference between Biden and Pence and what Trump did was Trump then tried to sweep it under the rug, whereas Biden and Pence are cooperating. Okay, sure, maybe, fucking maybe. I don't, if Trump was legitimately mistaken about he thought that he could take things related to his presidency, that may explain away that difference. I'm not a defender of Trump, though. It all seems so hypocritical to me that we went through this whole rigmarole and, we got to arrest Trump now. And, I did my own little show here about people suggesting that he may have buried documents with his ex-wife in his ex-wife's grave or whatever. It's all so tedious to see the amount of hate for Donald Trump. And yet people are willing to let all of these other politicians just get away with it. And so here we are, just mere days later, and nobody's talking about the Biden documents anymore, really. That it's not in the headlines anymore. Nobody's calling for an impeachment or an arrest like they were with Trump for weeks. And, maybe Trump should have been arrested. That's not my complaint. My complaint is, why can't we poke this bear here? Why can't we have a little truth about the people who are running our country now? So having said that, there was a video. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Nope. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so this is Kevin McCarthy, the new Speaker of the House. And I think I need to turn my headphones up just a minute. Okay. This is him responding to a reporter. So they're doing the committee assignments now. Oh, I guess I should actually bring it onto the screen. So they're doing the committee assignments now, and McCarthy was asked about Santos and Swalwell essentially being kicked off of the Intel Committee. So we're specifically talking about the Intelligence Committee. And here's what McCarthy had to say about Swalwell to a reporter. Oh, and Schiff as well.
Santos on the Intel Committee? Am I allowing Schiff to be on other committees? Go right ahead.
Yeah, I know. The reporter's really quiet.
Well, let me be very...
So she's essentially criticizing the Republicans because the Republicans criticized the Democrats for playing political games with committee assignments 2 years ago. But the Republicans, he's about to explain, aren't playing political games. This is the fucking Intelligence Committee, the people who deal with top secret clearances.
He's gotten elected by his district, so... Okay. Let me be very clear and respectful to you. You ask me a question. When I answer it, it's the answer to your question. You don't get to determine whether I answer your question or not, okay? In all respect. Thank you. No.
Okay, now to me that's a little Karen response. I mean, we've seen it throughout politics and courts and police departments. You know, a reporter asks a question, someone gives a non-fucking answer. So this idea that he gets to determine, I determined that I did answer your question. It's a little fucking Karen-y for me, but it's fucking journalists, so fuck you anyway.
Let's answer her question. You just raised a question. I'm going to be very clear with you. The Intel Committee is different. You know why? Because what happens in the Intel Committee, you don't know. What happens in the Intel Committee, although the secrets are going on in the world, other members of Congress don't know. What did Adam Schiff do as the chairman of the Intel Committee? What Adam Schiff did, use his power as a chairman and lie to the American public. Even the Inspector General said it. When Devin Nunes put out a memo, he said it was false. When we had a laptop, he used it before an election to be politics and say that it was false and said it was the Russians. When he knew different, when he knew the Intel, if you talk to...
So fucking finally, at least Republican leadership is willing to talk about Hunter's laptop.
John Radcliffe, DNI, he came out ahead of time and says there's no intel to prove that, and he used his position as chairman, knowing he has information the rest of America does not, and lied to the American public. When a whistleblower came forward, he said he did not know the individual, even though his staff had met with him and set it up. So no, he does not have a right to sit on that. But I will not be like Democrats and play politics with these, where they removed Republicans from committees and all committees. So yes, he can serve on a committee, but he will not serve on Intel because it goes to the national security of America. And I will always put them first, all right? And if you want to talk about Swalwell, let's talk about Swalwell.
Oh, God. Here we go. If you don't remember, Eric Swalwell met with an Asian lady, China. Had a romantic relationship. And I use the term romance lightly, but romantic relationship with a Chinese spy.
Briefing that I had the briefing, and Nancy Pelosi had the briefing from the FBI. The FBI never came before this Congress to tell the leadership of this Congress that Eric Swalwell had a problem with a Chinese spy until he served on Intel. So it wasn't just us who were concerned about it. The FBI was concerned about putting a member of Congress on the Intel Committee that has the rights to see things that others don't because of his knowledge and relationship with a Chinese spy. It brought it to the works of the leaders. I've got that briefing. So I do not believe he should sit on that committee. And I believe there's 200 other Democrats that can serve on that committee. So this has nothing to do with Santos. Santos is not on the Intel Committee. But you know what? Those voters elected Schiff, even though he lied. Those voters elected Swalwell, even though he lied to the American public too. So you know what? I'll respect his voters too, and they'll serve on committees, but they will not serve on a place that has national security relevance because integrity matters to me. That's the answer to your question.
All right, so there we have it. Swalwell and Schiff not going to be on the Intel Committee. And let's see what the Babylon Bee has to say about this story here. Why don't we? Let's go to the Babylon Bee here. After being kicked off of Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff is given a seat on the Pencil Neck Committee. Newly crowned Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy wasted no time fulfilling his promise to free the House Intelligence Committee from members caught up in lying or sleeping with Chinese spies, Representative Adam Schiff being chief among the affected members. But Representative Schiff barely had a chance to mourn the loss of a position that allowed him to use top secret information to propagate lies for his own advantage when he heard the heartwarming news that he had been given a seat on the House Pencil Neck Committee. It brings me great honor to be part of such a respectable institution. Now, if you're not familiar, Babylon Bee is fucking parody. Obviously, there is no pencil neck committee in the United States House of Representatives. So it brings me great honor to be part of such a respectable institution, said Shifter reporters alongside other committee members with observable physical and moral weaknesses. Oh, that is great. It may not be the Intelligence Committee, but that doesn't mean we aren't any stupider. I vow to serve with honor on the Pencil Neck Committee and look forward to serving in my other new position on the Watermelon Head Committee. Okay, so I'm gonna move on, man. The Babylon Bee, you don't miss. They rarely fucking miss. So in Twitter news, Twitter. Okay, so real quick, let me jump back for just a second, back to my hypocrisy and well, no, fuck that. Sorry. Let's do this. Okay, in Twitter news, what do we have here? We have another parody, Dr. Anita B. Eaton. Anita B. Eaton. Obese is the N-word for plus-size people. Now, you're like, why are you showing me this fucking average parody tweet? Because of this tweet, obese is now trending on Twitter, and people are actually having this conversation. People are actually talking about whether obese is such an extremely offensive word that we can't use it. I mean, look, so last week there was a, okay, getting weird pop-up on Twitter, which, by the way, dude, what is up with the ads on Twitter? Okay, so I got Twitter Blue, right? I paid the $8 for the check mark to see less ads. But now the ads I'm getting are oddly specific. I got an ad for a web comic where a chick was making out with a dog. Someone in the chat said it was werewolves, but I mean, oh, can we not? Can we really not? If you're gonna make a web comic where a chick is making out with a werewolf, let's not use that panel to promote it on Twitter. Maybe cringy. Anyway, so last week there was a viral video where a young lady was filming herself at a gym, and there was a gentleman who you could tell in the corner was noticing her working out. And she was working out with a pretty heavy set of barbells. And, straddling the barbells over her waist and doing, hip thrusts. I don't know what the technical workout term would be, but yeah, she was, lifting the weights with her hips. Which is, the instability of having the weight bar across your hips. I mean, you do what you do. You do your workout, you do you. But, I would kind of want at least someone noticing if I'm doing something semi-risky at the gym. She didn't ask for a spot, nothing. Which, in the video, she's like, I didn't need his help. Why is he coming over to me? And yeah, he comes over and starts trying to help her put another barbell on, because she's trying to put a barbell on the bar, and he goes to try to help her. And she called this harassment and said that she's tired of being sexualized while she's working out. And so I'm sure you've seen the video if you've been on Twitter or on social media. I think it originally came from TikTok or something like their Instagram maybe. Look, it came out that she's not only got an OnlyFans, but she makes very sexualized posts all over the internet. So, it's okay for people to look at you and follow you and e-stalk you. But if a guy were to dare come up to you in public and try to help you with a heavy weight, oh, that's fucking creepy because he's not paying my $9.99 a month. Pretty fucked up if you ask me. So, all right. So, you know, that's something else in Twitter news. But while we're on the topic of, we'll call it female delusion, there was a little bit of a controversy that sprung out of and again, I hate always talking about Nick Rekieta, but it sprung out of one of Nick Rekieta's live streams. I think it was one of Nick Rekieta's live streams. Yeah, it was. Where a YouTuber goes by the name of Camelot331 was talking about hooking up with women on dating apps. And then the journalist Megan Fox kind of responded with, well, why don't guys abandon dating apps and go pick up women at auto parts stores and at mechanic shops in the lobby? And like a lot of people collectively on the internet went, what the fuck? You know? But today, thanks to Drexel, shout out to Drexel for finding this news article on MSN.com. Female TikTok users say that they are deleting their dating apps and headed to Home Depot. Story by B. Tobin at Insider.com, Ben Tobin, on Monday. This is from Business Insider, apparently. So, fellas, go hang out in the Home Depot gardening section pretty soon. There are going to be a lot of women there looking to plant flowers. Anyway, some TikTok users say they've searched for their future husband at Home Depot. Now, again, so going back to the Nick Rekieta stream, part of the criticism of Megan Fox, which shout out to Megan Fox. So, again, Megan Fox, Drexel, and Camelot331, sorry for bringing up your drama, but cheers. Part of the criticism was, look, Camelot said he was looking for a hookup, not a wife. And dating sites are fine for looking for just booty. Why fix what ain't broke? You do online shopping, you get booty. It is what it is. But so this is, some TikTok users say they search for their future husbands at Home Depot. Success rates vary. No husbands on this site, one user said, who went to a Home Depot 3 times in a month. Could Home Depot be the destination to meet your future husband? If some TikTokers are to be believed, the retailer's over 2,000 locations have become an unlikely spot to look for dates. Dude, if I'm at work and I have to make a run to Home Depot for supplies, and there are a bunch of thoughts walking around in fucking yoga pants, I mean, hey, sure, I'll allow it. One of the many women on TikTok who say they're deleting dating apps in 2023, of the many, some say they're looking for love in a surprise location. I'm headed to Home Depot to look confused in the lumber aisle. Here we go. Here's a video from Instagram. Brianne Nichols.
I decided I can finally tell the story about my 21st birthday, now that I'm not associated with that church and or school anymore. Third college, I went to school down in Pensacola, Florida. This school was one of the strictest schools in the country.
Wait. Is this the... Wait, this isn't the same video. Damn it. Okay, let's try this. Oh, and they're playing the Home Depot song in the background. Deleting the dating apps in 2023, headed to Home Depot. She's putting lipstick on, and she's got her cleavage. Look at her. Or wait, no, she doesn't have her cleavage. She has a turtleneck. Okay, my bad. It just looked like her skin color there for a second. Okay, yeah, put your what is it? Your chapstick on. God, so many ads in here. The humorous trend has been building for almost 2 years. Let's see this. And of course, nope, not the same video. Let's try this. Here we go.
Ladies, no joke, Home Depot is where you go if you want to meet a man. I found at least 3 husbands. I mean, they had wives, but like, don't let that stop you.
Don't let that stop you. That's Megan Louise 217. All right. Although home goods retailer Home Depot saw 1.8 billion customer transactions worldwide in 2021, not everyone has found their romantic match. TikTok user It's Cybersav said in an October 2021 video she was at Home Depot for the 3rd time this month. No husbands in sight, she said, as the Home Depot theme song, a popular TikTok sound, plays in the background. All right, here we go.
Here I am.
Home Depot dating is hat star. I don't know what that means.
No husbands in sight. Doesn't work. Now I'm leaving Home Depot without what I needed and without a husband.
Without what you needed? Well, what the hell did you need?
Best place to meet real men who don't use the net often. Home Depot, make it a day.
Dum 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 dum
Do
dum.
you have an aisle specifically where single men are?
Ah!
Like I can pet? Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Do you know anything about...
Okay, so I gotta say something. The dogs in Home Depot creep me the fuck out. Like, who's trying to haul a bunch of fucking plumbing and lumber and shit with your fucking dog climbing over it all?
a bunch of single men being here for a dating thing? You're not single, are you?
I'm not, no.
Too bad. Cute dog.
A dating thing. Okay, so she's being facetious or dumb, right? So, yeah, you're not supposed to ask them. You're supposed to look hot and confused. And then when they walk up looking for their shit, it's like, hey, do you know what a 3/16 flange, you know, you don't know what you're fucking looking for. And then you ask him for the number. Like, it's that fucking easy.
Are you single?
No.
Damn it. Thank you. All these people are married.
Okay, but she didn't follow the last chick's advice, and don't let that stop you. If she had said, well, hey, can we go out for lunch anyway? They might have fucking said yes. Again, not trying to advocate for home wrecking, but I'm just making a joke, folks. Settle down.
Yeah, that wasn't the answer at all. I'm gonna go to Lowe's now.
Okay, but look at what you're wearing. You're wearing problem feminist glasses and a fucking giant coat. I mean, you're not an unattractive woman. Make a little effort. Get noticed, yo. Okay, so that's the end of the article. Oh. Biden has never, okay, from Bloomberg, Biden has never, I just stumble into this as I'm scrolling down. Biden has never been under more pressure from Congress to ban TikTok. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm not going to read that here on stream, but kind of funny. All right. So that's an interesting thought. That is an interesting thought. And like I said, fellas, we're coming up on planting season. It's still going to be cold for about a month or so, but go, take February, buy yourself some fly clothing, go get the things you're going to need for summer, go kind of hang out in the flower department, and hopefully these TikTok hoes, these Instagram hoes, maybe they'll start showing up. Maybe my little audience can help spread the word. Maybe Drexel's audience, since he posts, I got it from his Twitter post. Maybe we can spread the word. Okay. Sorry, I just kind of noticed some weird things trending, things I don't necessarily want to cover on this show. My bad. Yeah, we're slugging through this. See, what was the other thing I wanted to cover? I know there was at least one more topic, and I must not have saved the link. Let me see if I saved it on my phone, and I'll try to send it to myself real fast. I did notice that there was a nice little conversation being had around pedo hunters. Oh, yeah. Let's see if that brings it up. Okay. Okay, let's bring this up. This is from thegamer.com. Tencent allegedly wanted bigger breasts and no black people in a movie that it was funding. Alana Pierce reveals the inner workings of the game industry giant, and I'm not going to necessarily read this word for word, but the single largest distributor of games in the world, Tencent, apparently wanted bigger tits and no black people in a film which the company was funding. Tencent owns a variety of different gaming studios, including Funcom, Clay, and Riot. This stream brought to you by Raid Shadowlet. No, I'm just kidding. The news broke when writer and journalist Alana Pierce discussed some of her experiences in the entertainment industry during an interview with The Surfs. Please don't look for that. They don't deserve the clicks. Pierce talked about how Tencent has a bunch of problematic shit before launching into the details of a movie which the company apparently had under production at one point in the past. I have a friend who had a film was offered to be made by Tencent, or funded by Tencent, and they were like, no black people and bigger tits. Like a lot of rules they have that I think also have a hand in, some AAA games. Pierce was so quick to walk back the allegations by expressing her reluctance to discuss any specific films or games because I'm so worried about getting sued by Tencent, but this is what I've heard, rumors. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure if any of this is true. She, however, said Tencent has games that are out where they were like, yeah, that character needs to have bigger tits or you need to make her skin lighter type of shit. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to talk about this, aren't I? Okay, so she's got no fucking receipts. And she's worried about being sued. And she says, I'm not sure if any of this is true. It's a rumor. But they got games with big tits and light-skinned people, yo. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. You know, so here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not necessarily a fan of really any particular game developer. I don't even remember. I don't even know what games Tencent makes, really. I'm not that big of a fucking gamer. But are there no black people? Are there none? Like, I don't know. Are there literally zero? Because if you have a good 3 or 4 different races represented, and then you have another character that you want to design. Welcome, Mark. He says in the chat, I hate Tencent and the Tencent army, but she's just a slanderer. Sure. That's kind of where I'm going with this I'm not a fan of game developers at all, but if you have all of these other races represented, but you have another character that you want to represent as German or English or American, white culture, I don't see the problem in saying, yeah, let's give her big tits and make her lighter skin. Let's make her a fucking redhead. How about that? How about we have some more fucking redheads instead of trying to fucking race swap every redhead on the planet? Oh, wait, I'm a bigot for that, aren't I? Yep, say it to me. It's my tagline. It's what I say to everyone else when they start talking about things like this. I say, you just hate the Black Mermaid, don't you? Yep. Yep, you just hate the Black Mermaid, don't you? Oh, folks, can we have a couple redheads back? Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so that's really I don't have, I've burned through my topics already. We still got 20 minutes of the show. What should we talk about? We got died suddenly trending again because apparently a popular TikToker has passed away. Inky Boy's Randy Gonzalez, who, seemed to have a TikTok channel where he interacts with his children. That's sad and unfortunate. Yeah, not gonna... See, this is what's weird about the trending. Said during sex and skiing. That would be interesting to browse a little bit, but no. Newsmax is trending. Why is Newsmax trending? Oh, so DirecTV apparently says they don't want to carry Newsmax, but it's the same old shit that every fucking channel does with cable and satellite providers when their contracts are coming up. Tell your provider that you won't continue your subscription unless they carry our channel. So the big news today that I didn't really cover, Biden apparently said he's going to be sending a bunch of tanks to Ukraine. And at some point had a flub and said that he's funding. Let's see, hang on. Let me just bring up the video. Biden, Ukraine. Latest. And of course, I'm not getting videos of Biden actually. Biden says. Let's try Biden says. Biden says Ukraine. Nope, still not. Okay. Nope. Sorry for the mouse wheel noise. Boop, boop, boop. Nope, I'm getting... Damn it. It was all in my feed before the stream. It was all over my Twitter feed. I figured an easy search would bring it right up. Anyway, so then he said something along the lines of, we're funding atrocities in Ukraine to prevent Russian aggression. Which is like, wow, you know, like, oh dear Lord. There were like several videos I saw of Biden talking about these tanks. Oh, that's another thing, you know, Rick and Morty, they're getting rid of the dude from Rick and Morty, the Rick and the Morty guy, the voice actor. Crazy. And yet they're going to continue the show. There are parody articles being written about joking around that Mindy Kaling will be taking over Rick and Morty. Oh, here we go.
And today...
Oh. I don't think this is the one I was looking for, but we'll listen to what he has to say. We'll listen to what he has to say about Ukraine here.
And today I'm announcing that the United States will be sending 31 Abrams tanks to Ukraine.
31
the
tanks.
Equivalent of 1 Ukrainian battalion. Secretary Austin has recommended this step because it will enhance the Ukraine's capacity to defend its territory and achieve its strategic objectives. The Abrams tanks are the most capable tanks in the world. They're also extremely complex to operate and maintain. So we're also giving Ukraine the parts and equipment necessary to effectively sustain these tanks on the battlefield. And we'll begin to train the Ukrainian troops on these issues of sustainment, logistics, and maintenance as soon as possible. And today,
oh my God!
Today I'm announcing.
I memt to play the video to you folks, and I forgot to share it with you folks. But you heard him. You heard him. You heard what he said. We're going to give them the tanks and the parts to fix, and the parts and supplies to fix them on the battlefield, to maintain them. Where was the other video? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was the pedo hunters thing. Libs of TikTok outed some pedos as well. Videos of robberies and shootings in California and Chicago. I mean, my Twitter feed is a nightmare most days. You know, these are things I don't cover on my show because what do I have to say about these things? Robbery, shootings, and you know, gender ideology and pedophilia, and you know, these are things that if there's an important news story to cover that requires, you know, a deep philosophical breakdown. Agree with both of y'all. Yeah, Mark and Mike in the chat. They're also gas guzzlers. They don't need tanks in modern warfare over there. They're a hindrance, not a benefit. Yep. And Mike, yeah, we shouldn't be meddling in Russia-Ukraine situation. I agree with both of those. I mean, it's sad that Russia kind of declared war against Ukraine, but what is our role in that? Antifa attacking people, obese women saying they're being used for their body. Where is... I'm not going to be able to find that video. I saw it earlier today. Right on my feed, right before the stream. Let's see. Biden gaffe. See if that brings up anything. Oh God, I'm getting every gaffe he's made for the past 2 years. No, I'm not going to be able to find it. Sorry. I shouldn't have claimed... Shouldn't have claimed it before I saw it. Oh, here we go. I think I found it.
Artillery ammunition and more than 50 advanced multi-launch rocket systems, anti-ship and air defense systems, all to help counter Ukraine's brutal aggression that's happening because of Russia.
To counter Ukraine's brutal aggression that's happening because of Russia. There it is, folks. I found it. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going crazy for a minute. I thought I was going crazy and would not be able to find that anyway. So let's hear it again.
Anti-ship and air defense systems, all to help counter Ukraine's brutal aggression that's happening because of Russia. And look, today's announcement builds on the hard billion.
Oh, you gotta love it. Ukraine's brutal aggression that's happening because of Russia. Oh, folks. So, yeah, let's, I think I might try to form a singles or a hookup meetup at Home Depot in the near future. After watching those videos earlier, it seems like a lot of people are frustrated and wanting to try this thing out. Like, hey, let's make Home Depot the new singles club. So, I mean, it may be catching on. You know, it may be like the whole pineapple thing for swingers, you know. If you see someone with a pineapple shirt or an upside down pineapple in their shopping cart, allegedly they're singles or swingers looking for hookups. You know, it may be something with the thoughts at Home Depot. Worth a shot. Seeing adults and kids in fistfights. Oh, so just a quick. I heard a rumor today. The dumpster defenders. I don't know if you're familiar with this. 3 years ago, there was a shooting in Abilene, Texas. I probably shouldn't bring it up. I'll bring it. I'll see if I can find the video here. Huh. You can't search for it on Twitter. You know what? I should look for it on Bing. Bing.com. Oh, no. Stupid pop-up. So the trial of the dumpster's defenders started this week. And I'll show you the video here. And allegedly, the prosecutor, there's a rumor I heard. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that the prosecution has rested.
I'm calling the cops.
No, this ain't this guy. What the hell? All right, hang on. We switch back. Let's see, is this it? No. Okay, yes it is. They're cussing.
If you come within 3 foot of me, I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
You're not going to shoot my husband.
Come on. Shoot me. You're dead. Point it. Point it.
Okay, I'm going to come off screen so you don't, I don't want to get struck for glorifying violence. But, so the backstory is the two chubby guys had removed a mattress from the dumpster and placed it back in the orange shirt guy's yard. Because they have a community dumpster where they just put a dumpster in the alley, you bring out your trash, you throw it in, and large items are supposed to be picked up separately. Well, orange shirt guy kept bringing the mattress back to the dumpster. Chubby guys, dumpster defenders, they take the dumpster, put it back in the guy's yard, and then they wait for him there while holding guns. The guy comes, starts screaming he's going to beat the hell out of him, he's going to kill him. I doubt it. And then, yeah, but so I heard a rumor that the prosecution has already rested, which blows my freaking mind. Like, how much of a case did they put on? I mean, I guess you don't need much since most of it was on video. But go figure, go figure. So we're down to 10 minutes left in the show. And again, I have run out of topics to talk about. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, my Fox Zone, Fox West, Texas, says the defense will begin its arguments Wednesday afternoon, which would have been earlier today. All right. Yeah, the state has rested their case. It's going to be hard to prosecute these guys in Texas where you have the right to self-defense over property. I mean, the fact that it's an alley with community property is... Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, here we go. Hang on. Got to show you all something. Throwback to the beginning of the show here. Where did it go? Oh, did it get deleted? Either it got deleted or it's so far down I can't find it. Anyway, so I guess the Alita B. Eaton parody account responded to it trending on Twitter and was like, literal slurs trending on Twitter. Mark says, mainly because there's another guy there you don't see. Orange shirt guy told him to get his gun, but they pawned it, so he came out with a baseball bat. Yes, right before the gunfire starts, and I don't know if it was another guy. I think it was his wife. I could be wrong, but yeah, maybe there was another guy. I don't know. You can't see that angle, but he gets handed a baseball bat, and you can't really see from the camera angle, but he charges at him with the baseball bat, and once the bullets start flying, you see the baseball bat whiz past one of the fat guy's heads. So I think they may have a valid claim of self-defense. I mean, if you're coming at me with a baseball bat and it starts to leave your hand aimed at my head, I mean, you're going down. Texas laws are crazy. Texas juries are crazy. We'll see. Mark says vices, I'm assuming you mean legal vices, was talking about the guy, so he could have been wrong. Well, I know, so there was the woman filming. She says, you're not going to shoot my husband, and he appeared to be talking to her, but maybe there was. Maybe there was. Again, I wasn't there. I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing of a fifth person involved. And maybe what would be glorious is after this trial is over, one of these wonderful YouTubers we have could do a records request and get some of the transcripts from court. And I would be willing to do like a reenactment. That would be awesome if we could get together some YouTubers to do like reenactment of these trial, like the trial transcript. You know, can you imagine having someone like me with a Midwestern accent go, well, I guess I had to shoot him. You know, it would just be amazing. Man, that would be a good little production. I'll throw the idea around a bit. Oh, here we go. So now Yellow Flash. Dear Lord. Well, here's something new and developing. So remember the Eliza Blue situation? I covered it on my last show. She was having people removed from Twitter for posting still images of her in a hip-hop video. So earlier today, YouTube took down the hip-hop video. World Star Hip Hop did not. So Yellow Flash tweeted, "You forgot to take this one down," and now he's locked out of his Twitter. Wow. Fucking wow. Eliza Blue. So she comes out, she's talking about human trafficking, trying to help Twitter clean up its child porn issues, but she's showing that she's just another triggered, crazy feminist that can't handle the least bit of criticism. It's sad. It is sad. Because, like I said, she tweeted out some shit about free speech. I tweeted that the quartering is free speech. I tweeted back at her. Yes, Musk is a Bond villain. I agree. Has a point, has good things. And, I have seen so many banned Twitter accounts coming back that it's like, oh, and Nick Fuentes has already been rebanned. Nick Fuentes is back off of Twitter. But, so I want to give another toast to Yellow Flash and the quartering Brittany Venti. I'm not a fan of Brittany Venti, but I'll give a toast to all three of them. I hope you all get your account back and that this Eliza Blue shit turns out the way it should. Ooh. All right. So we're coming down to the last 3 minutes of the show. And so I just want to go through a few reminders, through a few programming notes. I'm going to be... My streaming schedule at the end of February, the last week of February, is going to be interrupted by my trip to Las Vegas to meet Nick Rekieta. So I may be doing some more short form content. I may be doing some streaming from my phone, which, obviously will be a horrible quality compared to my home webcam and mic. Not sure exactly what my shows are going to look like. I can't really do the type of content that I usually do, bringing stories off the internet and kind of giving and taking video content. So they may be shorter shows. One other thing, I'm not sure quite what this weekend's going to look like, because I may wind up, instead of doing a live stream broadcast, I may do another premiere where I cover the entirety of the Vice gun video. So not quite sure how that's going to pan out, but definitely, so the next few weeks, my streams may be a little irregular compared to what they usually are, but, hang in there with me and keep an eye out. And if you're subscribed to me on any social media channel, which they're down in the description, my locals, my Twitter, my Facebook, as well as my Rumble channel, which is more of a backup channel. Things get archived there usually 2 to 3 days after they air. I can't really think of anything else, but and then if you're liked and subscribed here, or subscribed and hit the bell for notification here on YouTube, you should also, get those notifications and be made aware of when I'm going live and when my videos are going live. So yeah, if you give this video a little thumbs up, help me a little bit with the algorithm, I would totally appreciate that. And if you know somebody who's just looking for, what are some weird news stories of the day, share them this video. I've covered the weird stuff happening this week in America and around the world. So feel free to share this off platform, or share it with somebody that may be looking for, get caught up on what's going on around them. I may be doing some more videos of comic reviews. I may throw a couple more comic reviews in my next couple of streams. Part of the problem with my comic reviews is I'm really caught up on most of the old stuff and
none of the new stuff looks that good. So we'll see. We'll see how much further I go with that. I don't know where I'm going to go with that. But it's 7 p.m. Folks, I want to thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Leave a comment below. And catch me next time here on Mild's Culture Plate. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Love y'all. Don't get any on you. If you do, rub that shit in real good. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, and of course, my outro music is gone. So just bye-bye.